All right, so we got 23 items going out tonight. That doesn't even include the 2 on Poshmark. Blue Ridge Mama's going to come in here in a minute and get those out and ready to go. So let's check this Rollo, see if it can do its job here for 23. I already printed 3 off because they came from the Homeschool Hustler store. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. This is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave tonight, and I had a great storyline and a great story to tell you about something that happened on eBay yesterday, and I was going to make a video of it, and then I just kept hearing cha-ching, 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 and so I decided maybe we're going to push that back till tomorrow. I'll give you a little hint, little teaser. It's about a scammer that, well, let's just put it this way. It's about somebody I think was a scammer, although I can't guarantee it, but it sounded really, really fishy, and we caught him. At least we think we caught him anyways. It is possible that they weren't trying to scam me. They just made kind of an unbelievable mistake. But the fact that we have this stuff on video here now is how we caught it. So at any rate, stay tuned for that tomorrow. I think it's a neat story, and we'll postpone it because we had tons and tons of sales, and I have a lot of shipping to do. So let's take a look at what sold in a minute. Homeschool Hustler store had 2 sales for $35, and then I think one just came across, and will probably, because I have so much, probably I have 2-day shipping on that store. I've actually had 2-day shipping on the Commonwealth Picker store for a while, and I changed it this morning, and I have a feeling that that is maybe contributing to some of the sales. So I usually have it on one day shipping and handling, but lately I've been overwhelmed with school, with YouTube, with eBay, and Mercari, and even a little bit of Poshmark. So I've just kind of toned it down to 2 days, but I hadn't got a lot of sales in the last day, last 24 hours. So I'm like, I'm going to bump it back, and sure enough, cha-ching. Now, it could not be connected, or it could be connected, but either way, I still get sales at 2 days. I get sales at 5 days, so it doesn't matter that much, but I wasn't selling much clothing, and I wasn't selling any hats, and you'll see a hat sold. Hadn't sold a hat in like 2 weeks, and I have a bunch of them. So happy to see a hat sale, happy to see a bunch of clothing sales, so much so that we couldn't even fit them on here. We had to put them over here. So pretty good day of profit, and we'll let the Homeschool Hustlers, hopefully, we might even put that on tomorrow's video, because I'm going to talk a lot about these. Oftentimes I call myself the jack of all trades, the picker of all trades, because I don't really specialize in anything, because we don't have a ton of stuff out here in Central Virginia, and a ton of money either. I tell the story, you know, I've come across 2 Bose speakers in a long time, and so I try to build the repertoire a little bit, and then you guys helping me watching these videos and saying, hey, you missed this or you missed this, has helped me increase what I'm looking for. So appreciate that. Let's take a look at what's sold. All right, to be honest with you, I can't remember if this got on a yard sale video or not yet. If it hasn't, it's going to. And I bought this for $1, and it was in pretty good shape. I cleaned it a little bit, and I think I showed a video of myself cleaning it. I don't think I've put the yard sale video out yet. At any rate, this little one is a digital one. Some of the old ones have the little clock on them. I think those are a little bit more desirable, but this one's okay, and it's in good shape. It has the original coffee pot with it, and it is old school. This, I don't know why anybody'd want this other than to have like a retro kitchen or something, or maybe use it as a prop. And I probably should have looked and figured out where this one is going to. Might be a prop, and a lot of times we'll sell stuff. I know Cincinnati Picker sold stuff to Hollywood. We've sold a bunch of stuff to Hollywood. I've sold stuff to artists before. I've told the story of a board game lot. I sold, I can't even remember, it was like $800 worth of used board games to some artist in New York City. And I looked up his name, and he had a bunch of, he did pour paint art. And he poured paint on naked women or something like that, something ridiculous. And his next venture was to make a sculpture out of board game pieces. And I'm like, hey, no problem. I had to get the biggest boxes I could get, and I think we had 3 different shipments. So this one's going out, $1 buy, sold for $31.41. So it'll be about a $27 profit, well, with shipping, it'd probably be about a $27 profit, and it shouldn't be too hard to ship. We'll have to make sure this doesn't move around, but other than that, it shouldn't be a hard shipper at all. All right, so I think this video is coming out next week, I think. I'm not quite sure. This coming Sunday, maybe. It may be the Sunday after this, but I had it in a video thumbnail not too long ago, and we paid $1 for this one. It is a Christopher Radko ornament, which is a name I wasn't familiar with. I should have been, but I mean, this thing is something else. It's a little hard to see with that light right there, but it is a cherub, and it sold for $42, 42 bucks. So that's going to be a really, really nice shipper, so I'm happy with that. So I mean, this is what I mean, jack of all trades. I mean, when you're selling this, it's like, here, see if I can get it like this. You know, you got the bad angel on this side and you got the good angel on this side. I'm not sure this thing's a good angel, to be perfectly honest with you. This thing's kind of freaky. Any rate, I'm happy it's sold, and that's the second Radko one. The other one I think sold for like 38 or something like that. It was the 3 of hearts. All right, so this is, obviously, it says Reagan Brown on it. These are, let me read them to you so I get it right. Magic Clips dolls, and it's 12 piece, and you clip the different dresses on them. And they stopped selling these for some reason. This is my wife telling me this. I don't know this. And this is a Blue Ridge Mama. She pulled it out of Reagan's stuff and said, you know what, this stuff's going to sell. Sometimes, you know, you give stuff to the Goodwill, but she's smart enough. She knows. She's like, these things are going to sell. She looked them up, and she told me to tell you that this is a bolo out there. So Magic Clips, and you sell them in lots. This one sold for $25. And there are, I think it's a 12-piece lot. 12-piece lot. Not 12 of these. You know, that's 1 piece, that's 2 pieces. So 12-piece lot, and it sold for $25. Free shipping, but they'll stay under, not by much, but they'll stay under 16 ounces. So look those up and check, and I think they have a castle that goes with it. And if you have a bunch, I mean, some of the sales are up there like $150, $200 almost for some of these things. So that's a definite bolo out there. You know, when you're digging through those toy bins out there when you're yard sailing, it's good to know that in advance, because you'll see those things. I always say it. If you know something, you'll find something. You usually find what you know. You usually find what you're looking for. And so the knowledge before you go out is even better than looking things up, because you just don't see things. I knew that already, because I've gone yard sailing with people, and they seem to find things that I don't find, and we're at the same yard sale. It's because your eyes are looking for the things that your mind already knows are out there. And as I've been doing these videos, it's become more and more apparent to me, because so many people, as they watch the video, they're not even there. They say, you missed this or you missed this, because they're trained to look for those things. And I think that's where we can give each other the knowledge to make us a little bit better than a bunch of resellers out there. All right, so this is a men's small Virginia Tech Under Armour hoodie, and it's in really good condition, and it comes right after their loss to Notre Dame, which they should have won, by the way. But I won't complain about the refs, you know. That's not what winners do. At any rate, it sold for $25. $25, and it will be over a pound, but it's more than likely going to go to somebody pretty close here in Virginia, and it'll cost, you know, under $7 to ship. If not, we'll have to put it in a poly bag, kind of squish all the air out of it, and then slide it into a flat rate envelope. Probably a padded flat rate envelope. Although sometimes you can get them into those regular flat rates and save another 50 cents. All right, so these are the Brown Sugar Bears. Sorry about that. The Brown Sugar Bears, $12.21. So I did a video and I said that 2 were selling for $11, but I wanted to get rid of them fairly quick. Now's the selling season on something like this, because it's the cooking season. Which reminds me, rideshare reseller out there, I gotta get my super shooters out. I saw you sold one the other day, and I gotta get mine out. I haven't even done it, and this is the time that they should be selling. So if I don't get it out there in the next week, it'll be past. Everybody likes to bake starting at Halloween, going through Thanksgiving. So if you got cooking stuff out there, now's the time to sell it. Anyway, these sold for $12.21. I think we're into them for about 33 cents a piece. So you figure a buck here, it'll be $3, maybe $4 at the most to ship. So there's 5 fees, 7 maybe, although it won't be that high. We'll make about $6 on these things, $6. All right, here's a sleeveless Jordan Jumpman vest, kind of in the Carolina blue color there, and then navy. It's in really good condition, size large, I think, size large. And I can't even remember where I picked this up, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I picked it up at a yard sale, which means I probably got it for a couple bucks. If not, I got it at the Goodwill for $3.99. It sold for $28.50. It will stay under 16 ounces in shipping, and it'll be a pretty easy item to get out there, and cheap as well. So we're gonna make a good $15 to $18 on this thing, something like that. All right, so here's a Ryrie Study Bible, New Testament. It is an excellent, I would say it's in new condition, except for there was a little writing on the inside of it. So I didn't put it out there as new, but it looks to be brand new. I can't even find the writing now. I just saw it. It's right here. You can see that. The light sometimes makes it kind of hard. There you go. And it might even be autographed by the guy from Charles Caldwell. Not sure. At any rate, it sold for $14.41, and this will be about $2.75 to ship. And I paid $1 for it, and so it should be about an $8 profit on that one. All right, here's a $1 buy. It is a Fruit of the Loom XL, brand new. I don't know. A hunter, maybe? A crossing guard? Who knows? Somebody out there working for safety. So $20 and $1 buy, so it's about a $13 profit. All right, so this is some Scrabble wooden tiles. I was actually on a show the other night listening to Tommy and Tracy, and I know some of y'all watch them out there. And they were talking about, Tommy was talking about the crazy items that sell on eBay. And I just said, hey, I literally heard a cha-ching when they were talking about it. And this one sold for $29.95 plus shipping. So $41.55 out the door. There are 77 wooden tile racks. I just buy Scrabble boards all the time for 50 cents a piece. You used to be able to sell, you know, just the tiles for one game, and you could get like 13, 14 bucks. And then somebody got smart out there and said, you know what, we're going to just manufacture these things. People were making them for jewelry, using them for jewelry. And different craft things, and selling them on Etsy and selling them on eBay. There's a decent way to make some money. So the prices dropped considerably. Once people figure out what's selling, you know, that's part of this game, right? You just got to be ahead of the curve. You know, when the great masses out there start selling what you're selling, you got to find other things to sell until those markets calm back down a little bit. Most people start selling and then they quit because they can't sell their stuff, because the people who start are selling the things that are trending, and it makes it really, really difficult to maintain your sales over time. And you kind of got to make adjustments as you go. Just dropped one. And so now I still pick them up, but I won't pay more than $1, and I usually don't even pay $1. I usually pay 50 cents, and I just stick them in a drawer, and I separate them. As soon as I buy it, I get rid of the box, and I throw the racks in one side. I throw the tiles down in a bag and put them down there, and I'll put the boards as well in a pile, and then I'll sell them off. So this is 77. I guess there's what, 4 per? So this would be, I don't know, help me out here. So this would be like 19 board game sets. I get rid of a lot of the boards that don't have the traditional style of Scrabble. People, believe it or not, will decorate with those Scrabble boards. They'll frame them and put them in game rooms. They'll do some strange stuff. At any rate, these are usually bought for a simple purpose. They're usually bought for crafters. They'll buy these and they'll make like little nameplates out of them that you'd sit on your desk. It would say, you know, Mr. Brown on it, or it would say somebody's name, or it would say, you know, Home for the Holidays, and they'd spell it out with Scrabble tiles. And then they'd sell these at craft shows and whatnot. So somebody got a pretty good deal, you know, relatively speaking. I mean, where are you going to get this many? Some of them are different colors too. So $29.95. So that you figure after shipping, they're paying just a little over 50 cents a piece, which, you know, if they're turning this with the Scrabble pieces into $10, they're doing okay. By the way, a little shout out to my homeschool hustler, Reagan. She counted every single one of these and gave me the number, and she counted every single one of the Scrabble tiles and gave me the number that we're selling. And there's like 12, no, I can't remember. Yeah, 1,200 or something Scrabble tiles. So I sell them off a little quicker than I sell these. You really need a lot of these. If you get 1,000 Scrabble tiles, it's worth selling, but it's really not worth selling like 20 of these. I like to get at least 50. All right, so we sold some more of these God Bless America pins, 5 of them for $19.95 free shipping. So it's a really, really good profit. I've told this story so many times I don't want to tell it. Let's just say that I bought these for about 3 cents a piece. Is that right? 3, 2. I think that's about right. About 3 cents a piece. And we've sold the heck out of them and made a ton of money. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of these little pins. And I'm getting sad that they're running out. All right, so this is a great buy. I think I paid $2 for this at the 100 Mile Yard Sale. I think I put this video out already. I might not have. At any rate, if I did, you'll probably remember it. It's a size large, and it is in good condition. I bought a bunch of Affliction stuff there for nothing. I didn't pay more than $2. I might have paid $1 a piece, but I think I paid $2 a piece. And this was the nicest item of the bunch. And it sold for $59.81, and it sold to somebody who is somewhat close, and so it'll be fairly cheap to ship without putting it, I wouldn't do it anyways. I wouldn't cram this thing into a flat rate poly bag if I could, padded poly bag if I could, because it sold for $60, and you know, you don't want to be like, hey, you spent $60, I'm going to save 12 cents on shipping by jamming this thing in. Now, if somebody pays, you know, next to nothing for something, and you got to do something like that, you know, that's probably not a big deal. At any rate, I put this on Mercari as well. I figured it would be a good Mercari item to sell, and I put it on Mercari for cheaper. I put it on Mercari for 35 plus shipping. So you figure $45 at the most, something like that, and it did not sell. It did have some likes on it, however. So I just was kind of doing a little test of my own. I've always believed that eBay is the best place to sell, but it's also a pain in the butt compared to some other things. So I figured I'd give it a shot. All right, so I think I bought this one out with Daniel's Big Adventure, and Daniel's the former student that I've kind of taught a little bit. And hopefully he can make some money reselling before he becomes extremely rich, because he is extremely talented and extremely smart. But it's something to do to get him to that point, I guess. And who knows, maybe he'll keep doing it after he's making tons of money. Just remember me, Daniel, when you make it someday. Just remember me down in this cave. Yeah, send me a message every once in a while. Buy me a dinner. Which reminds me, I still owe Brandon, I still owe you that steak dinner out there for helping us with the jewelry. And sometime this winter, we're going to come back and talk to Brandon about some more jewelry issues and a few questions that I have. I've enjoyed picking out their jewelry, but I'm going to have to pick his brain a little bit more to get some more info, and I still owe you that dinner. This was a cheap buy. I think we paid $1 for it. It sold for $14.44. It will stay under. It's really light. And so we'll make, you know, $7-8 on this guy. Although he has been up here for quite a while, so I'm going to have to find something to take his place right there. All right, so here's the Final Fantasy. And this was a black label Final Fantasy, except for the discs inside don't match the black label. So it is Greatest Hits. And it sold for $20. The true black label should go for around $40. So I'm happy with that sale. We didn't pay much for it, so we'll make after fees and shipping, it's going to be close to a $15 profit, maybe $14. Couple of backgammon replacement pieces, which if you watch the show, we sell these every once in a while. Not a big money maker, but I don't know. I just started doing it, and I haven't ever stopped because we make a tiny bit of money every time we sell them. This is a 4.5 liter, which is a good one to sell. The big ones are definitely worth it. To me, they are anyways. You got to know how to ship, though. I mean, if you're a newbie, I don't think I would... I'd go out there and buy something like this until you get some practice shipping. This is $25. I paid $2 for it. It's going to be about a $21 profit after fees and the little kickback on priority mail shipping. $41.15 is the total price out the door. And, you know, if I'm making $20 on these profit, it's worth it to me to package something like this. I've done it a bunch. It's going to be about a 15-minute process, plus listing and all that. So it's still going to make me about $45 an hour to sell something like that, and I'm okay with that. All right, this is a long video. I still got the homeschool hustlers to think about. So this is, I think we got 4 left and we're done. So that's great. It's almost too much, to be honest. To be honest with you, almost too much for me because you know I've got school stuff. I got to get up in the morning. I got to go to school and teach all day, and so this is going to be a process. 23 items to ship. It's going to take me quite a while. So I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. But I like to be in that 10 sales a night zone, and just to keep repeating it is what I like. So although if this keeps up, you know, I could quit that job. I jokingly said when I started these videos a long time ago that it would take $200 profit every single night, day in and day out, all year long, and 10,000 subscribers. Thinking, of course, that would never come. So at any rate, I don't think we'll have to worry about quitting anytime soon, but it's fun. All right, Top Gun hat. This sold for $25. Still has the tag on it. I couldn't list it as new. I might have listed it as new. Other see description, but it doesn't look like it. It just says vintage. It doesn't say new. Because I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. You probably can't. These lights are too bright. You can see it right there a little bit, right here. A little bit. See, when they're folded like this and they sit on something as a display forever, a lot of dust gets caught right up on top right there, and that's what's happened on this. So if it wasn't like that, it'd sell for $30, $35, but it sold for $24.95. So happy with that sale for sure. All right, so my oldest boy Bubba listed this, or excuse me, took pictures of this for me. It was a Blue Ridge Mama buy, I believe it was. I could have bought this, and she listed it. So he took, I think that's right. I think I bought it. He took pictures of it. She listed it. Sold for $15 plus shipping, and it was $3.99 at Goodwill. So it's about $13 profit. Actually, it'll be a little bit less because it's probably about a $10 profit because this one probably won't stay. I don't know. It might. It's a size large. It might stay first class. I love it when I love selling stuff like this, you know. I mean, I like selling this because we make a bunch of money, but this makes me just as happy. I'm not quite sure why, but selling an old cassette and making money, we paid 50 cents for this at Dirt Road Treasures down here in Bedford, and we sold it for $10.56. So you figure the cheapest shipping, let's say $3. It won't be $3, but we'll say $3 and we'll throw in the price, and then a couple bucks in fee. So this is going to be over a $5 profit. It's going to be it's going to be like $5.50 profit on this cassette. And you're not getting rich doing this stuff, but this is the kind of stuff that you throw in every single night, and you end up making $200-300 more extra in a month, and they're always easy shippers. All right, I'm glad I'm finally to the last one here because I have exactly 2 minutes before I got to go pick up the homeschool hustlers. So I better hurry it up here. Blue Ridge Mama's going to have my scalp. So this is a Harley. This is from the yard sale where I forgot my sparkly shoes and forgot the chalkboard. But we paid $2, I think maybe $5 for this one. I think she made us pay up for the set. It sold for $30 plus shipping, so it's going to be about a $25 profit on this. And it is a woman's two-piece size XL. So anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope there's a few things you got out of it. Thanks so much for sending all the great comments and for giving me advice on those yard sale videos and things that I continue to look for, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that bell up there and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. All right, everybody. Well, we have a couple of special guests in here. We have Reagan with her silly little Rally Roots hair. What color hair is that, Reagan?
Teal. Like
teal. And we had 2 sales out of the Homeschool Hustler store. Turner, do you know what those things are?
Legos.
They're not Legos. They're Lego manuals.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's a bunch of them in there. And we paid $1 for a big old bag of them. And they... What are you doing? They sold for $9, and we'll do media mail shipping on them. So we didn't make a bunch of money, but enough to get these 2 $1. Probably not enough to donate $1, though. Maybe we'll donate 50 cents, huh? Yeah. All right, and what do you have, Reagan?
A North Pole Beauty Shop.
North Pole Beauty Shop. So North Pole Beauty Shop, and that is from Department 56. And that was on a video, I don't think we've aired it yet, but we bought it for $1. And it has a few little issues. I think it was outside for a while. And we sold it for like 14 bucks, I think, plus shipping, something like that. So we'll make a little bit of money on it, enough to definitely give him $1 and put $1 in the bank. Reagan, how much money have you saved so far?
61.
$61?
Dollars in cash and then 47 in the bank.
$60 in cash? No 9-year-old girl should have that much. You should give it to me. What do you think?
No.
How about spending 40 of it on a present for Daddy? What do you think? I'm just teasing you, baby. You know you don't need to get me anything. Okay, what are you saving for?
An air track.
An air track.
I'm saving for something big.
What are you saving for, Turner?
Basically a Nintendo Switch.
A Nintendo
Oh,
Switch,
Nintendo.
you know? Because
Yeah,
everybody's got to have one of those, huh?
If Santa doesn't give me one.
If Santa doesn't give you one? Okay. All right, well, tell everybody goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Say, don't forget to subscribe below.
Don't forget to
Don't forget to
subscribe
subscribe.
below.
All right, and you know what, y'all? I just heard before we did this another Homeschool Hustler sale, but we're not going to do that one until tomorrow. All right? Bye.
Bye.